Hi Pisces, welcome to your November general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Pisces. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. Hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Pisces. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Pisces and crosswatchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear and set the energy for you guys. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and see what is going on in your love life in November. What is the energy that's surrounding you that Spirit wants to talk to you about, make you aware of? Let's see. Tell me about November for Pisces and love and romance. The energy around Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about it? First, we have not enough, and it says frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. You know, Pisces, I feel this is how someone feels towards you. And it's like, I feel they didn't do enough, so you kind of just left it where it was. And now they're feeling some type of way about it. They're feeling like you should have chased them. They're feeling like you should have done more, but it's like, no. I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, frustration with each other for sure. I'm seeing the letter N as in Nicole, as in Nate, first, middle, last initial. Someone could even have two N's in their name. But yeah, it's kind of like there's someone here that feels like betrayed or hurt or rejected by someone, but they are kind of stewing in it more than trying to fix it at this point here. Interesting. Tell me more about this energy surrounding Pisces. Addiction. Ooh. Codependent obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. Pisces. Yeah, so to be real with you, Pisces, this person, they're not admitting to themselves that they are deeply infatuated with you. And obsession kind of came up in Sagittarius's reading in a different way, but it could be similar. If you have strong Sagittarius in your chart, or if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, I suggest checking out the Sagittarius reading to see if there's messages for you there. But it's, yeah, this person, I don't know, they're trying to play this strategy where if they leave you alone, maybe you'll come around, maybe you'll try to fix this, but you feel like you've been doing too much of that. You always feel the need to reach out. You're always the one that has to call them to see where they're at, or, you know, and that's enough. That's enough is kind of what I'm getting here. But instead of kind of owning up to it and wanting to work through it, all they have is this like reminiscence of you, this attachment to you that it's hard for them to admit. Maybe because they were the ones to sabotage this, but they're still very much linked to you, Pisces, emotionally. And this person may be emotionally manipulative in some ways, whether they mean to be or not mean to be. Tell me more about this energy surrounding Pisces. Then we have clock, and it says needs time, takes time, cycles, time to heal, and progress. Okay, so Pisces, this is something that has been going on between the two of you for some time, but time's running out for you on your end. I know the card kind of says like time to heal and progress, but I feel like this person's on their last second. And if they don't do anything by the end of November, it will make up the decision for you. There is someone that always has a watch on. I wonder if it's like an Apple Watch. I'm also hearing GoPro, so someone may do a lot of like outdoor activities, mountain biking, motorcycling, skiing, snowboarding, and they use a GoPro to videotape that. But regardless, yeah, it's time for them to wake up. You're not going to be around much longer if you're even there at all anymore. And I feel as if they're dying for you to take the first step, but you've done enough first steps. Now the ball is in their court, and this is like where you're kind of, for some of you, it feels like you're testing it. If this is meant to be, it will happen by the end of November, and you're just sensing that energy. And if it's not, that will help me to decide to move on and that this is done for real. But this has gone on for long enough, and you're done waiting is kind of what I'm feeling here. Tell me more about this energy surrounding Pisces. Obstacles. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. So someone could literally have addiction issues with alcohol, drugs, sex, food. But it feels more like codependent. It feels more like the need to have someone there, the need for someone to always be there. It could definitely come from a childhood wound of neglect, of rejection, and that wound is still very much the operating source of how they're living their life currently. There's a lot that you two have been through, but this ending obstacle, however you get through it, is going to show you, Pisces, whether it was meant to last or not. But you know some of the work they need to do is on their own, and you know you've done enough of what you could to try to fix it, to be there for them. But you almost wonder if like you enabled them in some way, and you have to take a different route now because the growth they need to show you is something that they can only do on their end. All right, let's get into the tarot. Tell me more about this energy here. Two of Swords. Wow. Dead center, Libra energy. Someone is having trouble making a decision. And with the scissors here, it could be to cut this. And it's like someone's not making the decision fully because they don't know if this is what's going to be the thing to change them, to make them come around. I do believe that if this is the other person, Pisces, they are stuck. They're afraid you've already cut them out, yet they still have strong feelings for you. But maybe, Pisces, because they haven't apologized or they haven't come forward to explain themselves, like you haven't been responding to their text messages, their phone calls, you've been trying to keep your distance. Because you only want to hear what you need to hear from them currently, which is like, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm working on it, or anything that could kind of hold like some sort of accountability that would make you feel this was worth staying in. Someone just got a haircut very recently. And maybe it was trying to like kind of get into a new vibe, entering like a new era type of thing. Someone also wears silver jewelry, like a silver necklace or a silver bracelet. We're going to pull all the tarot first and do a deep dive, but I know this is going to be a powerful reading for a lot of you. Yeah. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Devil, Capricorn energy. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or someone with strong Capricorn in their chart, but yeah, there has been toxic vibes around this, and you've seen them. And I even feel like someone lost their cool, lost their temper, and you saw a side to them that you just felt like you had to stay away from until, again, like they own up to it, apologize to it. But again, someone's very clingy or someone's very possessive of you, Pisces, very jealous, has controlling issues. And I feel you've had enough of that. a healthy relationship connection needs to be a partnership, not one calling all the shots to make the other person feel secure with themselves and abiding by that. And I feel with this devil energy, the sexual intimacy you guys have is pretty strong, pretty intense. I feel like the breath on my neck. I feel like this pulling on my back. Like it's very, even for some of you, like lightweight kinky. But I think some of you guys are seeing that the sexual chemistry and energy is not enough for you to be fully into it like you once were. Someone also has like a black leather jacket that they always wear. And I'm even sensing for someone like there could be like a badge sewed onto it, whether that's for work or it's like a vintage like Letterman jacket type of thing. But yeah, with this devil energy, I think part of the reason why they act like this, not to give them an excuse, but I feel as if there's a lot of ego wounds that they have just been in for so long. It's just something they don't or haven't known how to operate out of. And especially for someone here, addiction has been a big problem within this. But now they're kind of like directing their addiction towards you, Pisces. And they're becoming a bit more obsessive, especially checking their phone to see if you call back, text back. They're the type that will keep on calling, 5 times in a row, leaving multiple messages. So let's get into it. Dead center of this, we have the Two of Swords. This is Libra energy. I feel that Spirit is saying the decision must be made now. And this may be something that has been on the back of your mind for the past couple months, past couple weeks. You just have been feeling like there's something that needs to be done. And if they can't do it, I will. And it's not easy to cut this, I feel, for you and for them. But you can't let the toxicity or the behaviors of this person influence you anymore, Pisces. So a decision is going to be made in November. Someone could also be bilingual with the Two of Swords. I always feel that energy as well. Tell me more about this Two of Swords energy for Pisces in November. Ace of Swords. Yeah, more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. They have to tell you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Any excuses, any, BS, that will solidify your need to cut this. And I think if they haven't reached out, Pisces, they're trying to think of what they can say to save this because they know that they're on their last straw with you. Tell me more about this Two of Swords energy. The Tower in reverse. Yeah. Mars energy, Scorpio, Aries energy. Bottom of the deck, we have Death. And Death is coming out twice. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could have strong Scorpio in your chart. If so, check out the Scorpio reading to see if there's messages there. But ultimately, the only way that this can work is if significant change happens. Permanent change happens. And if it cannot, if they're not willing to make the changes, if they're not willing to take those steps, if they're not willing to put an end to some sort of behavior in their life or their lifestyle in a way, you're done with Death. And once you make that decision, it's pretty set. Someone could drive a black car, but I'm seeing specifically like a black SUV. But yeah, it's just with this Death card here, you are trying to see what you can to salvage this. You're hoping they'll do what they need to do, say what they need to say with the Ace of Swords. You've been trying to prevent this Tower moment, maybe because you know how they'll react, you know how they'll get upset, but it is what it is at this point. And I think some of you guys, Spirit wants to say like, yes, it takes two to tango, and definitely it could have been multiple things that have led to this point, but there's something where with the Tower in reverse, you almost feel bad to end this because you know how much it's going to hurt them. But Pisces, like, again, that's not on you. That's not the burden you should carry and bear, especially if you tried everything you could to make this work, to fix this. Spirit wants someone to know that here. What's crossing this? Three of Swords, Libra energy. So right now, yeah, there is heartbreak. There is pain. There is a feeling of loss. There's a feeling of devastation. And this could be, you know, the wound that is so deeply integrated in someone. Heartbreak, early on heartbreak from a parent. Maybe even, you know, someone had cheating in their past and that has made them be extra suspicious. But I think overall with this Three of Swords, lately there's just been a lot of, you know, pain, crying over this. And you don't want to be hurt anymore. And you don't want to get your hopes up just for them to be torn down again. And I feel with this Three of Swords crossing it too, you know, if you have like definitely withdrawn or definitely haven't called, texted back, like they are, I would want to say devastated, Pisces. They're pretty upset. But again, I think at this period of time right now, as I'm speaking, they're still kind of going about like the woe is me, other than I can fix this. And that's the challenge I think that they're kind of coming to face here. That you're not just giving in again just because they're upset and hurt. Like they need to fulfill their end. And you're hoping they'll make the right choice. Someone's also had like a hurt foot, a hurt ankle, a lot of cramps around that area, or even like a sprained ankle. What's crowning this reading is death. Scorpio energy. Yeah, I think back to what I said with the death being at the bottom of the deck. You know there has to be a change. And with this death card energy crowning the reading, you know, it's almost as if, you know, this time around, whether this has been an on again, off again thing between the two of you, there's something that feels like it has to get settled. And I do feel for some of you guys, like with the constant repetition, like this person keeps doing the same thing and then say they'll change and they don't, like that's what you're putting down your foot to say has to be done with, dealt with. And I do feel Pisces, they are trying to change or they want to change, but I still feel they're very afraid of taking that initial step because it's a huge block for them. It's a huge wound for them. And I do feel they're really afraid that it's over. And that's where they may have been like wanting to give up, but can't with this addiction here. They still feel very attached to you. I'm even seeing like, and I'm not exaggerating, like I'm seeing someone praying for you, Pisces, praying that this will work out, praying that everything will be okay. But I think this is something where Spirit's saying like, you can pray, but you have to meet us halfway with making sure this prayer gets answered. I'm hearing it, Let It Be by the Beatles. That may be a specific song for someone out there, confirmation. But what's reading this is the Knight of Wands. Sagittarius energy. Someone could always travel, be on the go, especially for business. Like that could definitely be an issue between the two of you. But I feel with this Knight of Wands energy, more than anything, yeah, it's this person's inconsistency. And I think they are the type that when something gets rough or tough or they don't want to face it, they flee. And then they're fine on their own, they're doing their own thing, but then some way around they come back to you, Pisces. And I feel with this Knight of Wands energy here, like I feel almost as if what you don't see from this is that this person, like their passions and desires for you kind of override their reason at times. And so they'll do something erratically, or they'll, out of jealousy, like do some sort of impulsive reaction. And it's something they say they can't control, but they can. I also feel like Pisces, this person's like a risk taker. They may, again, if they party a lot, they do a lot of things to put themselves in danger or in unhealthy situations. I also feel for some of you guys, there's been interest around you from someone else. And you're wondering if this is kind of like some sort of sent message from spirit from this person, this newer person entering your life, that's sparking your curiosity to finally leave this behind. In the recent past, we have the Page of Pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So Pisces, yeah, I kind of feel that in the recent past, you've fully realized you did everything you could. You tried. And there's a point where you realize, yes, you gave all of the best effort you can, but you can't keep trying when the other side doesn't want to work, doesn't want to compromise, doesn't want to help move beyond this. Some of you have gotten a new job recently, and that has been taking a lot of time, and maybe the jealousy is kind of stemming from that, or a certain project you're kind of devoting yourself to and they get jealous about that. But I feel with this Page of Pentacles in the recent past, yeah, I honestly, I don't usually feel this with this card, but I feel a disappointment in what they didn't try to do in a moment where you really needed to see it from them, and they didn't do it. They didn't want to do it. That's how it kind of felt with you, Pisces. And that's when you knew you had to pack your bags up and let them know you're gone or you're about to leave, hoping they'll do something then. To see the likely outcome of this situation, Pisces, what is likely to happen from now to the end of the month, you need to be aware of, know about. We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to see what they're likely to do, what they're not going to do, and just dive in deeper, pull some more tarot oracle cards. If there's anything else you need to know about the situation, if you still have questions, let's get those answered now. And if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Pisces, I really hope that this reading confirmed a lot for you. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Pisces, very much. And I'll see you next time. Take care, Pisces.